Ah, the sights and sounds of Raleigh. That's what's coming up next on LCARA Ham Radio. Hello, folks. This is Chris, KY4CKP, and I had the recent opportunity to head over towards Louisa, Kentucky, to hang out with Bernie Obry and Matt Earl for a couple of days as they were putting on another rally event. And we helped them with communications for the rally event down in McCreary County, Kentucky last year, and looking forward to helping them out again this next year. But they invited me out just to kind of hang out at a rally and kind of see how it works, what it's all about. And I even got to run around a little bit in the Cars Zero, which helps run the track at fairly high speed to make sure it's safe for the drivers to get out on there. So let's take a look at some of the previous day's practice runs, and then we'll bring you folks right back. Folks, I just wanted to give a little commentary for this next driver that was running this little practice route that they had set up for the night before. This is just here to give drivers a little bit of practice before the next day, kind of get the new race jitters out of the way. And this was a brand new vehicle, and this was the first rally for this driver. And he was going around the bottom of this hill, which was just out of my sight, around a hairpin turn. Somehow he flipped his car over on the passenger side. I would have thought, if anything, it might have flipped over on the driver's side. The driver and the navigator were both perfectly fine. They have lots of safety gear and a roll cage and everything. But a bit unfortunate to see on just the practice little route there. We had another vehicle that totally burned up their clutch on this practice route, but they were able to repair the clutch that night and still race the next day. So even in the practice runs, you just never know what's going to happen at a rally. In fact, we'll see that in some of the footage you'll hear a little bit later on. So in the evening of the first sort of pre-day here, folks, you can see it's kind of gotten dark. They had all the cars got together. We were at the fairgrounds here under the building, and they had a food vehicle there putting food out, and also had a local band, I think, providing music. And it's just a chance for all the drivers to kind of show off their vehicles and meet everybody and show everything off. So I was getting to get pretty up close with a lot of these vehicles. There was a BMW, there was a Volvo, there was a Jaguar, and a lot of other vehicles. Also, there was a couple of vehicles similar to this red one that are sort of dedicated rally buggies, and they generally do pretty well. We saw them at the McCreary County rally last year. So yeah, just everybody was having a good time, relaxing a little bit before the early start the next day, when things were going to be getting just a little bit more serious. So we're going to be watching some of that footage and some more coming up. So we'll bring you folks back in the next segment. Well, here it is, bright and early the next morning, folks. This is race day, and I think I got up about 4 a.m. this morning so I could be over at the start of the racing at about 5:30. I think the first car was supposed to leave at about 8 o'clock, but there's quite a bit to do to get ready. This is the side-by-side that was going to act as car zero, that we were going to be driving around to do safety checks on the routes. Usually there's a 0, double 0, even a triple 0. Safety is very important on these rallies. We have communications, we have EMT services at hand, that kind of thing. And it was very tight in the side-by-side. Once I got in, I tended to stay in until it was time to get out again. We had made one high-speed run on this route, and we were making a second fairly high-speed run. And, oh my gosh, what happened? Why is there a tire sitting on the side of the road? Well, we were coming around that corner we looked at, and all of a sudden the rear end dropped down, and I noticed on the passenger side where I was sitting that our tire was passing us. It was passing us on the road. Somehow the lug nuts came loose or something, and the rear tire, or the lugs snapped, and the rear tire came off. And we were very fortunate in we didn't crash or anything. We were able to control the vehicle. Matt Earl was driving, and he controlled the vehicle and brought us around the corner. And there just happened to be a constable sitting in this corner watching things as part of our safety measures. And so we were able to get the vehicle over here, dragging it on the gravel, and went back and got the wheel, and just kind of hung out here for a while watching. We actually had great seats for a lot of the cars going by, so we're going to watch some of those cars going by. It doesn't always look like it, but they're moving along pretty fast for this kind of a road. So let's watch a few of them go by.
This guy's fast.
Yeah. Alright folks, that's going to wrap it up for this one. This is Chris, KY4CKP for Lake Cumberland Amateur Radio Association. We'll see you folks in the next video. 73.